In partnership with Redpoint Ventures, we are at Nasdaq's MarketSite celebrating the Redpoint InfraRed 100 list. My name is Christina Ayanian, and joining me today is CTO and co-founder of Semgrep, Drew Dennison. Drew, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Let's start by the topic of application security. Why is this a market that C-suites should really keep their eye out for?
Well, we know security is a board-level conversation, and there's a mandate to write secure software. But what does that really mean? Well, as they say, software is eating the world, and I think a lot of brands, like, their software is their biggest asset, but also risk. So we think about, like, how do the best companies answer this question of is code secure or not? And they take an engineering approach to this problem, and they think, how expensive is it to exploit the software? And so application security is just the tools and techniques to write secure software. How
does the software supply chain fit into this?
So when we write software, we reuse and remix components a lot like Lego bricks. And one of the great things about that is it lets us be faster, write better code. And for most projects, up to 95% of the software is actually reused from this virtual supply chain. Of course, attackers have figured this out too. And so they've realized that they can either attack one company, or by attacking the supply chain, they can affect possibly hundreds or even thousands of companies.
Absolutely. That's probably why it's so top of mind for organizations.
Exactly. And so, one thing we have to think about as security professionals is how do we protect our supply chain? Whether that's just innocent bugs in the supply chain, or even attackers injecting malicious code, kind of like a digital Trojan horse.
I think that's probably a good connection to Semgrep. What does the company do?
So Semgrep is a code security product. We scan code and we find vulnerabilities. I like to think of it almost like an advanced spell checker. One of the most powerful features of Semgrep is our platform. So we have thousands of community rules that have been written by a global team of experts. And you can think of these rules kind of like plugins, where each rule finds a different kind of security vulnerability. So developers love this because it's really fast, it's easy to understand, and it works natively in their environment.
And by doing so, you're really empowering developers to write secure code.
That's exactly right.
Now, is there any interesting ways that you've seen your customers use Semgrep?
So part of Semgrep is open source, and we're really grateful to have this community of experts that are contributing back their knowledge, and we're excited to learn from them. But for the paid product of Semgrep, one of the things that customers really love is our advanced reachability engine. And so this engine will look through hundreds or even thousands of vulnerabilities, and it'll tell you the few that actually matter. So another way that this has also been used is developers and security teams can actually collaborate to kind of move the security process earlier in the pipeline. So it's a lot cheaper to fix bugs when you're actually writing the code than you're trying to fix it later. And basically, developers love this because they get to partner with the security team and take responsibility for writing secure code. And security teams love it because they're really busy.
Absolutely. It not only offers a solution to identify it, but to fix it as well.
Exactly.
Where do you see the company going in the next 5 to 12 months?
Well, this spring we raised our Series C from Lightspeed.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. And Redpoint, which was our original investor, they had a lot of support in that as well. And let's see, so we're going to basically use that funding. It brings our total funding to $93 million to date. And we're going to use that funding to accelerate the building out of the platform. And as you can imagine, with that level of growth, we're going to pretty much hiring for all roles. So really, wherever code is being written, we want to be there helping developers write more secure code. And so please stay tuned for more exciting product launches this fall.
Absolutely, we will for sure. Thank you so much for joining us and sharing your story. We look forward to continue following.
Thanks so much, Christina.
Thank you. Thanks for joining us.